What's up, everybody? Fame Rothstein here. Fame Rothstein Sports Investing Show. Today is Saturday, February the 29th, Leap Day. Okay, um, 2020. It's just after 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the beautiful but cold as hell. Snowed the past couple days. Queen City, aka the Republic of Cincinnati. All right. So that makes it what? 7:15 Pacific, 4:15 in Hawaii. But regardless of where you're listening, thank you for listening and welcome back to the show. Now, before I continue, I just want to remind you that if you feel you have a gambling problem, please do not listen to this show. Please contact your state or your local Gamblers Help Agency, and hopefully they can get you the services you feel you need. Because, see, on this show, we discuss sports investing through sports wagering, and I don't want to be any trigger to any negative behaviors for you. So please contact your local Gamblers Help Agency, and hopefully they can get you on the path of the straight and narrow. But those of you who remain, you will become a profitable sports investor. All right, especially if you like and subscribe to the show. Let's do that right now. Like and subscribe to the show. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment when you feel necessary, and hit that notification button so you can receive notifications for when I do drop a video. Because we usually drop them Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you can catch the podcast Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Wednesday usually only have one pick, the Rothstein Rant. Usually have the Rothstein Rant and then one pick. Last night on the podcast, we were 3-0. Okay, 3-0. Let's see, we gave you Minnesota Wild in the NHL on the money line against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Minnesota was that was plus money, like plus 123, 132, something like that. They were plus money on the money line, and they won outright, 5-0. They covered for us. Also, we gave you Pascal Siakam hosting the Charlotte Bobcats. Toronto against Charlotte. We said Pascal Siakam would score over 22.5. He did. I think that was like minus 122, somewhere around there, minus 123, somewhere around there. Not too far off the normal odds, but he covered for us. The three of them as a parlay was a plus 584. Okay, because the last one was Milwaukee minus 10.5 at home against the Oklahoma Thunder. They smoked them by like 40. So like I said, the parlay was like plus 584. But remember, we don't do parlays. Just bet each one individually for the same amount unless I tell you to add a couple units to it, all right? So here we go. We got three of them right now for you, all right? Let's start off 4 o'clock Eastern. College football. We've got the North Carolina Tar Heels going upstate New York to take on Syracuse Orange, all right? Now, North Carolina comes into the game. This is not one of North Carolina's best seasons, and they're not shooting very well either. They shoot about 42% from the field. Okay? Their leading scorer is a guard. I forget his name, but he's a guard, and he shoots like 30-something% from the field. It's going to be a problem when you're playing against Syracuse in that vaunted 2-3 zone. Syracuse has run the same damn defense for 40 damn years, all my life. That's all I remember. Syracuse won in the 2-3 zone. Whether it was when I got into college basketball with Stevie Thompson and Sherm Douglas, Ronnie Cycli, Derek Coleman, to the 90s with LaRon Ellis and Billy Owens, to the late 90s and early 2000s with Carmelo, to recent vintage with McNamara, Hakeem Warwick. That's what they've always run. The 2-3 zone, it's hard to solve. You got to box out, you got to rebound, because it lends itself to offensive rebounds when you can get them. But, Syracuse has been doing that for, like I said, for 40 years. And Syracuse doesn't shoot that well themselves. So that's why we're going to take the under 147.5. All right, for the game, 147.5. We're going to take the under. Okay, that's a 4 o'clock tip-off, 4 o'clock Eastern. All times Eastern, all right? Then you got 7:40 NBA game. Got Brooklyn Nets at Miami. Now, they've played several times this year already, and I don't know what the team result was, but every time they play, we've taken the same sports investment, and it's always come through for us that I can remember. It might have not come through once out of like 3 or 4 times, but Bam Adebayo of Miami, we're going to take him to go over 16.5 points. And usually, if it didn't come through, it was this low. So he must be in a slump scoring lately or not scoring as much lately. But he's going to come out of that tonight because this is a team he handles. Okay? We're going to take Bam Adebayo to go over 16.5 points against these Nets. The Nets have a good, decent front line, but, I mean, they've all but packed it up. They don't have a superstar out there. Kyrie basically is done for the year. Not basically, he's done for the year. They don't have a superstar out there, so guys are going to be gunning and chucking, trying to show they can be the third option for next year when they get Kyrie and Durant back. And on top of that, like I said, Bam just handles this team. They have nobody for him, so we're going to take Bam Adebayo to go over 16.5 points. All right, that's a 7:40 Eastern start. Then the last game, 10 p.m. Eastern start. NHL, we've got the Winnipeg Jets going against the Edmonton Oilers. Now, the Edmonton Oilers are... Pardon me. I was looking at something. Pardon me. The Edmonton Oilers are the home team in this, and on the money line it's plus 132, 137, something like that. Not too much off the normal odds. You know, the normal odds are minus 110. Edmonton minus 137, somewhere around there, 132. That's not too bad off, especially for a home team, NHL late in this year. Okay, on the money line. So we're going to take that, all right? Edmonton minus 130, whatever, at home on the money line against Winnipeg, all right? So there you have it. Let's recap, all right? College basketball, 4 p.m. start, 4 p.m. tip. North Carolina at Syracuse. We're taking the game to go under 147.5 combined. All right. NBA, 7:40 Eastern tip-off. Brooklyn at Miami. We're taking Bam Adebayo of Miami to go over 16.5 points. And then the last game, NHL, Winnipeg at Edmonton. We're taking Edmonton on the money line. All right. So there you have it. You got plenty of time to get online, get in line, and get to the bag. All right. And you know this show's motto: if there's games to be played, there's money to be made. All right. Get you. You know, we'll be back tomorrow. You know, even though we were 3-0 last night, we don't dwell on wins. We don't dwell on losses. We just keep going. All right. We're gonna get you a bag. You know, before it's over with. You know, we had a really crappy last month, but I kind of feel we're coming out of that morass, and we're going to come out and kick some ass. All right, especially with the NCAA tournament coming up, all right? So, yeah, let's go out and get our action in. Let's be courteous to each other. Let's be kind to each other. Stay warm if you're in or around the Queen City, the Republic of Cincinnati. Stay warm, okay, wherever the weather is, how you are. You know, we're coming out of the doldrums of winter into the beauty of spring, right? And like I said, let's send some positive energy to our troops. And we'll be back tomorrow on YouTube to talk about it and the podcast as well, all right? But until then, everybody, peace.